Most men completely miss this when it comes to women who are attracted to older men. They think it's about age, money, or experience, but that's not what she's really testing. Because when a woman is drawn to an older man, she's not just looking for attraction, she's looking for certainty, emotional control, and a level of presence she doesn't usually find. And instead of asking directly, she does something far more subtle. She tests him, not with obvious questions, but with two simple ones that seem casual on the surface, but reveal everything underneath. And if you don't understand what she's really asking, you fail without even realizing it. The first question sounds innocent, almost playful. She might say something like, "Why are you still single?" Or "How come a guy like you doesn't have someone?" And most men instantly mess this up. They either get defensive, start over-explaining, or worse, they try to impress her with their past relationships. But that's not what she's looking for. She's not asking about your relationship history. She's testing your emotional stability. She wants to see if you react like a boy who needs validation, or like a man who is comfortable in his own space. Because an older man who truly understands himself doesn't rush to justify his life. He answers calmly, simply, maybe even with a slight smile. Something like, "I've had options. I just don't settle for the wrong ones." And then he moves on. No over-explaining, no seeking approval. And that confidence, that calmness, that lack of neediness, that's what she feels, not just hears. And that's what separates attraction from indifference. Now, the second question is even more powerful, and most people don't even recognize it as a test. She might ask, "What are you looking for?" Or "What do you actually want?"
And again, it sounds like a normal question, but underneath, she's measuring your clarity, your direction, and your standards. Because if you hesitate, if you give a vague answer like, "I don't know, just seeing what happens," or whatever comes, what she hears is uncertainty. And uncertainty kills attraction, especially when she's looking at you as an older man. She expects you to know yourself, to have direction, to not be lost or reactive. But here's where it gets interesting. She's not looking for a long speech either. She's looking for clarity and control. Something like, "I value real connection, peace, and someone who knows who she is." Simple, grounded, and direct. And then again, you don't chase her reaction. You let it sit. Because what she's really testing is whether you need her approval or not. Now here's the deeper truth that most guys never realize. These questions aren't about the answers. They're about how you answer. Your tone, your body language, your energy, whether you stay relaxed or become reactive. Because mature attraction isn't built on perfect words. It's built on emotional consistency. And when a woman is drawn to an older man, she's not looking for excitement alone. She's looking for stability that still has edge, calmness that still has confidence, and presence that doesn't feel forced. So when she asks these questions, she's not interviewing you. She's feeling you. She's watching if you break character, if you start trying too hard, if you lose that grounded energy. And the moment you do, the attraction drops. Not because you said something wrong, but because you showed uncertainty. So the real secret isn't memorizing perfect replies. It's becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to prove anything in the first place. A man who would okay being misunderstood, who doesn't rush to explain himself. Who answers simply and moves forward. Because that's what creates mystery. That's what builds respect. And that's what makes her lean in instead of pulling away. And when you truly understand this, those tests stop feeling like pressure and start becoming opportunities. Opportunities to show who you really are without saying too much. And that's the moment everything changes. Because she's no longer just talking to you. She's trying to figure you out. And when a woman starts trying to understand you instead of judge you, that's when attraction becomes real.